Hello friends, good afternoon. Here your teacher Dr. Pratibha. I'll be discussing the new theory under the gender theories and education, gender conflict theory. Gender conflict theory has two important words. One is gender and the other is conflict. Gender we have already discussed what is the difference between sex and gender, and we have come to the conclusion that gender is a social construct where the male or female has been labeled as male and female, not on the basis of the biological outlook, but on the basis of the roles they have been given by the society. The second word is conflict. Conflict means a clash. Clash means when something is not given equally to a person, equally to the two person, then they come into conflict to have those resources. So conflict means a clash. Now, when we move to the gender conflict theory, we focus on the inequalities and conflict between the genders. The theory of gender conflict is best understood as man attempting to maintain power and privilege to determinant of woman, which results in men being seen as dominant group and women as a subordinate group. Student, what do we understand by this is that when we look at the different societies in the world, we find that, or different cultures in the world, we find that men are always treated to be more, you can say, having more power than in comparison to the women, and women are always treated as a subordinate group and male as a dominant group. So whenever there is a dominant group and a subordinate group, that means the dominant group tries to oppress the subordinate group. When it oppresses the subordinate group, it tries to have hold on the power, the various kind of things which are available for him to enjoy, him or her to enjoy. So when it is in a patriarchal society, it is important that all the resources are held by the dominant group, that is the male. So according to conflict theory, social problems are created when dominant group exploit or oppresses the subordinate group. So this conflict theory advocates for a balance of power between the genders. If we want to make an equal society, then we need to have a environment where both the genders have the same powers and have the equal rights. But this is not so. Even after passing around, we have independence since 1947, and now it is 2021. Still the women are fighting for their rights. In Europe, till recent times, many of the females were not, many of all of the females were not allowed to vote. They could not had property. So these all things created a you can say a rift between the both the sexes or both the genders, which resulted in an imbalanced society. Then the role of feminism came. Feminism is a range of movement and ideologies that share a common goal to define and achieve equal political, economic, cultural, personal, and social right for women. So they talk about equality in every reason. We are very lucky being in India that since 1947 we were given the right to vote and all other rights by our constitution. So when it comes to being a citizen, it does not matter whether you are a male or a female or a third gender. All the rights are given to you by the constitution, and you can have those fundamental rights and other rights. We also have some directive principles which we have to follow, and they are all for everybody. But still, when it comes to the society, or the stereotypes exist, and the stereotypes never change because they are ingrained inside the child, ingrained when we are brought up, the way we are brought up. Many things we have already discussed that the gender roles are ingrained within the individuals when they are brought up. So this gender conflict theory is very important from the point of view of exam, and it doesn't have much to be discussed here. It was Friedrich Egel, a German sociologist, who studied the structure and the family structure and gender roles from a Marxist point of view, and then he discussed this gender conflict theory. Later on, Harriet Martineau, who was also an important sociologist, who studied the gender disparity which exists within the British society, and she played a lot of role in uh, this feminism movement. The woman suffrage, which she started, resulted in forming a foundation for the feminist movement, and people started studying the sociological role of gender. So feminist movement have campaigned for the many things like right to vote, right to hold public position, right to earn fair wages, the right of equal pay, right to own property, right to education, right to enter contracts, the right to have equal rights within the marriage, right to have maternity leave, right to have paternity leave, and so on. So these were many things, even for having, even today, if we talk about the wages, if we go to a construction site and talk about the wages, the number of hours is for working for women and men are same, but the wages are different. It should not have happened, because both of them are working for the same hours, but this disparity still exists. When you go to the public places, you have many things, you see that which where you feel that many stereotypical things are still existing. If you go for looking at the media, you will see that media had portrayed female in a particular way and male in a particular way. These stereotypes need to be changed. I think you must have seen the movie Key and Ka of Kareena Kapoor and Arjun Kapoor. You must have found that they have changed the role of the male and female which existed in society. They've challenged them. So this kind of things are happening, and has resulted in making this society better, because they have created a space for the women to fight for their rights and to hold a position which is equal to the male in the patriarch society. Similarly, in matriarch society, there exists where the females hold the position of power, but there are very few examples of the matriarch society. Many examples, most of the examples in different cultures are from patriarch society. So we need to work upon the this gender conflict, and as a teacher we need to create a society, because you will be teaching the students of the secondary level. So they are being brought up, so whatever will be ingrained in their point of view will come out as when they become the citizens of the country who are earning. So when they move into their life, they will create such society which is equal. If we have told them gender roles are not stereotypical and everybody has to do his or her own work, and this may result in a better place on this earth to live. Thank you very much.